Welcome back. Thanks for joining me once again in an episode of StoneBlock 2 from FTB. I am pretty much starting right about where we left off. I did pop over here and do some fusion crafting to create chaos fusion crafting injectors, or whatever they're called. I don't have a lot of EMC at the moment. However, I might have a solution for that. This is balanced clay. As you can see, the EMC value is very high. The EMC value of the inputs is not as high, but the energy cost is pretty great. It takes about 4 trillion, if you remember correctly. Luckily, I have 261 trillion because of the rainbow generator over there. So I figured I'd hop on camera here and click this start button with you all because this is a crazy amount of EMC that we're about to create. So let's begin. And that's about what I expected. It's going to take a little bit of time to charge that, but if we come over here and look, the transfer is, is minus quite a bit. The output is pretty crazy, so it actually seems like it's keeping up a little bit, but the total output of the energy is going to be pretty high. Doesn't look like it's outputting anything actually, but maybe the draconic evolution items need to charge themselves a little bit slower than this thing will do it. Yeah. Oh no, input 2 billion. Okay, so it's 2 billion per tick. So it'll take a little while to get this charged up. Looks like we're about halfway there. I want to stick with you through this whole thing though because, well, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to see how this works. Oh, you know what? Yeah, this is the problem. These charge pretty quickly, it looks like, and then these two are charging separately. So it's a one-by-one kind of a process, and it's only doing it 2 billion at a time. I'd imagine that this is actually, that looks like it's, yeah. So the problem with this is that there's an integer problem happening here. So basically this is the largest number that Minecraft can represent inside of this particular data structure. So it's only allowing that much to be charged at a time. However, we are charged, so it just crafts up. And oh, this is so exciting. Balanced clay, TM. All right, so if we come over here, throw this in here, bam, we have, what is this, 23 million, billion, trillion, quadrillion EMC, which is probably more than we'll ever need. However, I'm willing to test that hypothesis. So what do we need for the transmutation tablet? We need, let me grab my condensers, getting notifications because of course I am. Infinity ingots, we can just pull out a stack, why not? I'm pretty sure we're gonna need neutronium ingots, yeah. And then chaos shards, red matter blocks. You can see how this is getting a little bit overpowered because we have all of the things that we need pretty much just in infinite quantities. So yeah, this is life with the our EMC system now. I need HDP sheets, black hole units. Whole units, and then a transmutation table. I'll just grab 64 because why not? Oh, and I'm actually going to need black hole units don't stack, so I'm going to need more than one of those. Should be enough. And then ender stars, and that should about do us. If we come over here, you can see that the plus is not grayed out. Throw that in there, and bam. Transmutation tablet. So now we can access our EMC from anywhere we need to, we are at the moment. So toss all of this stuff back in here, and in fact I'm going to put the transmutation tablet in there as well. Pull that back out, no problem. Oh, I just completely destroyed my dislocator, but that's okay. So I think we can take that off of there, and then the next thing that we can do pretty much immediately is the transmutation or the book of knowledge rather. So we pull out another transmutation tablet, and what else does this need? A chaotic core and an endus pearl. Endus pearl, I think, yeah, it's pretty easy. and a chaotic core. And then all we need to do, at least in theory, is come on over here, put one of these in each of those, and then put this in here. Start. Should charge up pretty quickly and craft pretty much equally quickly. Yep. Boom. Tome of Knowledge. And those are 2 more quests in the Project E tab. So that was very fruitful. Drop of Evil has no EMC, but I can put this back in. And then this Tome of Knowledge, in case you didn't know, if you put it inside your system, it teaches you all recipes for EMC stuff. So now I can pull out all of these colossal stars that I haven't made yet. And those are all done. That's 5 more quests done. I didn't need to teach the system that, they just knew it. And now the only remaining quest in this is to get the maximum amount of EMC. Now I mentioned that the balanced clay is going to be instrumental in getting us that. However, it's going to take us a little bit of time to generate enough power to do it. I will start working on it though, so soon I will get the maximum amount of EMC and hopefully 1 extra balanced clay because I don't want to not have any EMC after I'm done. Probably we could remove the the emerald chickens from our system now because we have the balanced clay, but I'm going to let them go for a little while just as a backup, just in case we need them. And yeah, this is pretty much our life now. It's basically just making balanced clay, getting enough EMC to finish off this last quest, and then that clears out the Project E chapter. You'll notice that all of the other chapters up here in the top left-hand corner are complete except for the fluid cows, which I've started because I have, some of these basic ones, and Thaumcraft, which I haven't done because, frankly, I cannot be bothered. Thaumcraft, I just find it completely silly. Something like Botania, if there's a quest for it, I'll do it. But Thaumcraft is like early mid-game, and I'm way past that, so I don't really need to get into this right now. I just thought I'd let you guys know why I'm not getting into it. There's really just no point to it for me right now. I might try to do it off camera and just clear it out just so I have all the quests completed, but at the moment, yeah, we're pretty much done. We're pretty much done with this. So I'm going to try to make more of the balanced clay stuff, and hopefully in a reasonable amount of time, I'll be able to create enough that we have the maximum amount of EMC. So I'll come back when I have some progress done on that, and I might start cleaning up the base as well, given that we have ultimate everything at this point. I can clear out the area, make it a little more, cubical, or cuboid rather, give it a little bit more polish. This always happens to me every time I play a mod pack like this, Skyblock, StoneBlock, something like that. I don't decorate anything because I'm just trying to accomplish things in the quests. So I might very well get into some building stuff as well, given that it's about time for us to start doing that sort of thing. But yeah, we're pretty well done here. So yeah, anyway, I'll be back when I've got some more balanced clay done and I've got a crazy amount of EMC. See you then. And after a long period of AFKing and a little bit of automation here, which I'll show off in a second, I actually have, if we try to put EMC in, it will not work. So this is the maximum amount, I believe, or at least very close to it. So let's try and hit the button here. Oh boy. And we got, hold on, we got climbing gloves for that, so that was totally worth it. That submits all the EMC, by the way, so you're going to want to have balanced clay in your inventory ready to go for it, and already back up to a fair number here. But yeah, that was basically the last thing that I really wanted to do. The entire Project E, Extreme Crafting, Draconic Evolution, Mystical Agriculture, Chickens, Storage, and StoneBlock chapters, they're all done. They're all finished. There's maybe a little bit that you could do to clean up this base. For example, you could probably make this better. You could put, for example, energy condensers on top of these hoppers. Make sure there's always items going in here. Infinity ingots, screens of infinity, and chaos shards. And then you could probably clean up this power system as well. I have to do a couple of things here and there to make it work. You could, for example, find an infinite source of this essence stuff, which I don't have at the moment. You could probably automate doing these, exporting, or I don't know, having just backup EMC for those. This system is clearly not sufficient. If you can find a better way to fill water bottles, you should probably go for it. And yeah, I'm sure that there's also a better way to do your AE2 system. Probably would have been smart for me to set up an auto-crafting grid for the generators, at the very least. That's something I never got to. I just did it manually one time, and it was pretty much enough. And you could probably even get into the Draconic Evolution fusion reactors. I didn't bother because the rainbow generator was plenty for me, but yeah, by golly, I'd say this is pretty much done. Now, you'll notice the Thaumcraft thing. I think I explained this. The Thaumcraft thing, I just don't see any reason to do it. There's a few things in here that have EMC. You could probably get into this easy enough. In fact, most of it looks like it has EMC. So maybe just for completion's sake, I'll hop into that and do it. But the cows, none of them have EMC, and they take a really long time. So yeah, it's likely that I'm gonna not do this, or only do it if I get really, really bored. So I guess what I'm saying is that brings StoneBlock 2 to its natural conclusion. So I want to thank everybody for watching. It's been loads of fun. Oh, I didn't even notice that there was a thing on the back when you flew. That's great. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun doing this, and it was a relatively quick series, basically. But you know, that's fine. You know, we had a lot of fun doing it, and it's always fun for me when I get to do Project D and Draconic Evolution, especially. I find that those are really interesting mods to get through, and well, the rest of it felt like it was really, really fast this time. Which is funny, because I think I probably spent like 3 months trying to do StoneBlock 2 the last time, so doing it a little bit faster, now that I have a little bit more knowledge of how mods work, it was really great. With that, I think the last thing I'll say to you all, so this is going out on Saturday, I believe, and well, I have a little bit of time before then, but I will now ask you if you have ideas for mod packs that I can try out, especially Exnihilo-based ones. I like Skyblocks, I like that sort of thing. So if you're itching to see somebody play something, let me know. I'd be happy to give it a shot. But for now, I think I'm going to stop YouTube for a little while, at least give it a break, because doing these has been kind of a drain on my the rest of my life. So I'm probably going to give it a week or two and see what happens. And if you are interested in seeing me still, you can always catch me on Twitch. I'm there Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And, of course, you should follow me on Twitch and on Twitter. Make sure that you get all the latest updates. And with that, I think I will say goodbye. So thanks for joining me for StoneBlock 2. Let me know if you have any mod pack ideas, and if you want to see me do anything else in StoneBlock. I know I never got around to decorating, but that's life. You know, that's the life of a modded Minecrafter. So, yeah, once again, see you in whatever's next. Bye-bye.